What actually happens behind the scenes, and how does he spend his millions? He gained notoriety as the keeper of the Europa League, but he is currently making Aston Villa the dark horses to win the Premier League. Even more astounding than his exploits at Villa is Unai Emery's insane lifestyle, despite the fact that he is making headlines as a manager. On November 3, 1971, Unai Emery ex-Jogian was born in Hondarribia, Spain. It was simple for young Emery to fall in love with football because he grew up in a household with a rich football heritage. His uncle played midfield, while both his father and grandpa were goalkeepers. Every member of the family was genuinely excelling on the field. Despite this, Emery's passion for football kept him from graduating from high school, and as you might expect, he had a delayed start to his youth career. Emery's 4-year youth career at Real Sociedad, which began when he was 16 and ended when he was 20, was incredibly brief. Despite being a midfielder, he was never able to make a significant impact on the starting lineup. Having played primarily for the B team, he only had 5 La Liga outings to his credit at the age of 24. After that, the Segunda División became the focal point of his career, as he participated in more than 200 games over 7 seasons there. Due to a severe knee injury, Emery played for Toledo, Racing Ferrol, Leganés, and Lorca Deportiva before retiring at age 32. After being forced to have a difficult career ending, Emery accepted a managerial position at Lorca Deportiva, where he quickly assisted the team in earning its first ever promotion to the second level. Almeria, Emery's subsequent Division II club, experienced a similar event in 2007 when they earned their first ever promotion. Emery relocated to Valencia for the next season, taking over as coach in place of Ronald Koeman. Over the following 4 seasons, the Spaniard assisted Valencia in solidifying its position as a major player in Europe. After that, he worked briefly for Spartak Moscow before relocating to Sevilla. Emery made his proclamation as the Europa League's king there after winning 3 straight trophies there from 2014 to 2016. After that, he left Sevilla and joined PSG. Despite experiencing success at home, the great coach had disappointing results in European football. Emery was hired as Arsenal's coach in May 2018 after spending 2 mediocre seasons in France, but he was fired before the end of 2019 due to the team's poor performance. Many believe that Mikel Arteta had more time than Emery to turn around Arsenal's performance. Returning to Spain, Emery had some atonement as he guided Villarreal to a Europa League championship and a place in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. He turned down Newcastle's invitation to return to the Premier League in 2021, but we already know how that turned out. Instead, he accepted Aston Villa's offer the next year. Villa paid a €6 million buyout price to acquire Emery, and in less than a year, he has elevated the team from a relegation battle to a potential spot in the Europa League. However, let's put a little break on football and take a closer look at some other issues. Emery is married to Malaga-born Luisa Fernandez. Spanish reports state that Luisa used to work at a restaurant in Madrid where the pair first met. While having dinner, Emery was chatting with some friends who also happened to know Luisa. When Emery and Luisa were first introduced, it was love at first sight. Luisa had been employed in a Madrid consulting firm prior to her marriage, but she left the position to concentrate on her family. The pair has been together for more than 25 years after getting married in a private ceremony in 1998. The son of Emery and Luisa was a Valencia young goalie at one point. Emery's ancestry is undoubtedly football related. Personally, Unai Emery likes to play tennis and squash in his spare time. He was well known at Sevilla for luring his players out for a set or two around halftime to help them decompress. The manager of Aston Villa has been characterized as a workaholic who can spend a lot of time watching opponent tapes. Former Spanish winger Joaquin once claimed that Emery was so consumed by football that it was becoming a sickness. He does more than merely view his opponents' videos. He makes his players follow suit. There is no crazier place than that. It's likely that you are unaware of Emery's publication as a writer. He found time to write a book about his management success in between his managerial careers, which he published in 2012. While Emery, like other sports stars, is a workaholic, that doesn't mean he doesn't find time for fun and go to far-off places. However, what precisely does he spend his money on? Although Emery owns a few cars, his Alfa Romeo Stelvio is one of the more well-known ones. The vehicle is manufactured by well-known German automakers and costs upwards of £50,000. The Stelvio was first introduced in 2017, but in order to compete with other German automakers, BMW and Audi, it has subsequently undergone facelifts. The Stelvio comes with two engine options. The first is a 4-cylinder 276 horsepower, 295 pound-foot gasoline engine that is also found in the Giulia. With a 4-wheel drive, the Stelvio matches the Giulia's 0 to 62 miles per hour time in 5.7 seconds, while being somewhat heavier. Additionally, there is a 2.2-liter diesel alternative, which is excellent for people who want to travel farther between stops or who require more towing capacity. With an impressive 345 pound-foot of torque and 207 horsepower, it is also a formidable performer. Even though it might not be the most ostentatious, the 8-speed automatic 4-wheel drive Stelvio SUV is unquestionably a respectable option. A few years ago, Unai Emery disclosed that when Mikel Arteta was set to take over Arsenal's next manager, he extended an offer to the Spaniard to purchase his London home. Ultimately, it would be purchased by a different player instead of Arteta. Although Emery's Birmingham home specifics are unknown, we anticipate that he will make a sophisticated decision. How, though, is Emery able to finance such a lavish lifestyle? At the Midlands club, the Spaniard presently makes about £5 million. Emery, who is 52 years old, has amassed wealth due to his exceptional managerial abilities. Our current estimate of his net worth is very nearly $20 million. In light of the potential for more lucrative offers, we won't be entirely shocked if there is a major shift in the upcoming years. Recently, Emery made waves when, after Villa defeated the Gunners 1-0, he ignored the whole Arsenal coaching staff. Are you buying that? Emery explained his conduct during the post-match press conference, saying that Mikel Arteta's absence from the dugout was the reason he didn't shake hands with anyone. Emery still harbors resentment against Arsenal, after what some may see as a lack of respect shown to him while he was employed there. Emery was infamously known for overachieving in Spain and underperforming elsewhere before this point, but his time with Aston Villa dispelled that rumor. However, there is a fact about the Spaniard that you were most likely unaware of. The first ever La Liga goal was given up by the grandpa of Unai Emery. When La Liga was first established in 1921, the first game was played on February 10th between Espanyol and Real Union Aaron. Interestingly, Unai's grandfather, Antonio Emery, was. It is noteworthy that the Iron goalie who was in goal that day gave up the first goal. The Emery family finished acquiring Real Union in July 2021. Igor, his brother, was elected club president. However, did you know that Emery once demonstrated to his team in Almeria that he trusted them regardless of the starting lineup? Emery rolled dice to choose his lineup in order to substantiate his claim. It was effective as the Andalusians emerged victorious 3-0 that day, marking the ideal beginning to their top-flight career. With Aston Villa, Unai Emery has crafted one of the most captivating narratives in recent memory, and his Premier League comeback has rendered his skeptics look a little dumb as he has assembled what may be the best team the club has had in 40 years. However, how far do you think the villains will go this year? Do you think they'll make it into the Champions League, or do you think differently? In addition, Vitolo was a vital component of Emery's team at Sevilla. Since Emery frequently starts inverted wingers, Ollie Watkins and Philippe Coutinho may compete for the starting spot when Manchester United visit Villa Park this weekend. The ability for left-footers to play on the right and vice versa frees up space for fullbacks to use. If Emery can get his thoughts across, Digne and Cash will be helpful in these situations. Emery has received praise for his meticulous approach to games and how he positions his team, but he has also won 4 titles in the Europa League and had the chance to manage teams like Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain because he is adaptable in the game and can make small adjustments to create a unique strategy to defeat an opponent. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Also, express your valuable thoughts in the comment section below. Until then, bye. Also, spend some time watching other videos on the channel.